Good evening, I am Agnihotra Roy and you are watching News Today. Let's look at the headlines at this hour. The Karnataka film industry joins Film Federation of India for a bund against the new service tax proposal. A breakthrough for transgenders thanks to the Karnataka High Court. Now for the news in detail. The Karnataka film industry today joined the bund called by the Film Federation of India to oppose the new service tax proposed by the central government. Devika Sharma has the details.
Members of the Karnataka Film Chamber of Commerce today conducted a protest rally asking the government to withdraw the proposal for the new 10.3% service tax.
ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ ಸೇವಾ ಶುಲ್ಕ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ
We are making these movies only with the intention of entertainment. The ticket rates are already high and people hardly come to the theaters to watch movies. If any more taxes are levied, it will finally affect the audience and we cannot let that happen.
ಆ ಹೊರೆ ಬೀಳಬಾರದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರವನ್ನು ಒತ್ತಾಯಿಸಿ ಇವತ್ತು
The protests have brought together everyone from Sandalwood as popular actors joined distributors, producers and theatre owners at the rally. The rally started from Shivananda Circle and ended at the Raj Bhavan, where a memorandum was presented to the governor.
We have submitted a request to the governor. He is knowledgeable about the film industry and he has helped us before in a crisis. He has assured us he will recommend this to the Prime Minister and the Finance Minister.
If the service tax is imposed, the cost of film production will go up. And that's bad news for all film lovers. That's why the Kannada film industry is hoping fervently that the central government will withdraw the service tax proposal. With camera person Vivek Vijay, this is Devika Sharma reporting for News Today.
The Karnataka High Court has set an example to the rest of the nation by appointing a transgender as a Group D staff. We have a special report. Anu, a transgender, was appointed by Supreme Court Judge Altamas Kabir on the 3rd of February. The High Court issued a strict media ban on this issue, so Anu refused to speak to the camera. However, she spoke to us in person.
I am extremely happy and I have found heaven here. I am grateful to the judges. I now shoulder this huge responsibility of upholding the reputation of our community.
It has been 13 long years of struggle for the transgender community, led by human rights activist and advocate B.T. Venkatesh.
Anu's employment is certainly a milestone for us. Last 13 years, the amount of work which we have gone through and the kind of engagement which we have made with the judiciary in Karnataka, the kind of debate and discussion which we had resulted in today's Anu's employment.
Most people equate transgenders with illegal sex work and begging, and so-called polite society usually thinks of them as pests. So Anu's employment is a big boost for the community.
We are very happy that Anu got this opportunity to work, and the judges are very, very supportive when it comes to the transgender issues, and they said that Anu will not be facing any kind of violence, any kind of harassments, any kind of violations within the court hall. If she faces, she has every right to contact the Chief Justice of the High Court.
The transgender community is now looking forward to more opportunities, and the plan now is to meet the Karnataka Chief Minister to press for more jobs. With the High Court's historic judgment of employing Anu as a Group D staff, the transgender community as a whole is looking forward to more opportunities in government services. They want a life beyond begging and prostitution. With camera person Shubham Biswas, this is Agnihotra Roy reporting for News Today. Coming up after the break, a construction project is creating nightmares for the residents of the Adugori Police Complex. Smoking is supposed to be banned in all eateries and pubs. But has the butt been really stubbed out?
Dear friend,
Supreme Namaskar. Assalamu alaikum.
I hope this letter finds you the best of it.
हम लोग शांति और अमन के साथ क्यों नहीं रह सकते? I like to dance and sing.
I love cricket.
Tennis, football. आलू का पराठा.
मेरे नाना भी लाहौर में पैदा हुए थे. मुझे भी एक दिन पाकिस्तान देखना है.
Across India, school children are writing letters like these to their Pakistani friends. Imagine what will happen when this generation grows up.
I love you.
Please जल्दी लिखना.
The upcoming construction project of the Prestige Group in the neighborhood of the Adugori Police Housing Complex has become a nightmare for residents. Bratati Chatterjee has a special report.
The residents of the police quarters in Adugori are living in constant fear that the buildings may collapse anytime due to the tremors caused by the construction work going on next door.
The use of dynamite for the construction is creating a lot of noise. We are not being able to sleep at night and our children are finding it difficult to study. The buildings are shaking. In the hall, a part of the ceiling plaster has fallen. The repairs are also of no use.
The site engineer of the Prestige Group refused to comment officially, but we used a digital camera to record his voice.
There might be a light vibration sort of a thing, but it will not affect anybody. They are not getting any cracks or whatever it is. We take care of all those things. See, now since the work is happening, they want to blame it on this. That is why no authority is taking any action. Blastings and all, definitely we take permissions from police department. These people complain whatever you are talking about. After that, even ACPs came, DCPs came, even they accepted that it is within the norm and
the blame game is adding to the helplessness of the residents.
Our
husbands are public servants, so they can't go for strikes or protests. Neither they nor we, the family members, are allowed to speak about our grievances. The higher officials are well aware of our plight, but no action has been taken yet.
No action seems to be forthcoming, even though the residents' complaints have come to the attention of the authorities.
We had received some reports that because of the blasting work which is going on near Adugodi police quarters, tremors are being caused. It may cause damage to the quarters also, in short run as well as in long run also. It seems the people who are doing blasting, they have got some permit from the concerned agencies, from the concerned authorities. So we have taken up this matter now.
Irrespective of regular complaints to the higher officials, no action has been taken yet to address the problems of the residents of Adugori Police Housing Complex. The passing of buck by the concerned authorities and the builders of Prestige Group is leading nowhere but to the further sufferings of these residents. Now, they have to either accept or wait till any alternative solution is figured out. With camera person Sanhita Ghosh, this is Bratati Chatterjee for News Today.
The pub city has woken up to change as restaurants decide to stub out the butt. Smoking has been banned in all eateries with immediate effect. However, a deeper scrutiny reveals that change is far away. Kasturi Barua investigates.
The Hotel and Bar Association, along with the Cancer Prevention Society, has taken initiatives to ban smoking in all public places in order to create awareness about the hazards of passive smoking.
The government had banned smoking long back. Laws have been enacted, but the effectiveness of that law is not that effective. Government can impose fine. But there are more than 6,000 hotels are there in Bangalore. Initially, when the law came, there were some cases. Corporation people, they imposed fine on smokers. How many days can impose fine?
You cannot just impose a ban. There's a whole education process that takes place right from school level. It's not going to be an easy task. It's going to be a good 10 to 15 years before we can see the reverse trend.
Even after 4 years of the Anti-Tobacco Act COPTA being passed, a number of pubs, bars and eateries in the city continue to operate without a smoking chamber.
They have to really ban smoking in the public places, but the actions are not taken very seriously. I stay in Wilson Garden. There they have started a new bakery. It's a residential area, but more than 20 to 30 people daily they'll smoke. Because of that, many people are affected. It's near to police station and opposite to police quarters. No one has taken care about this.
While most of the owners of these establishments refuse to adhere to the provisions in the Act, the administration exhibits an apathetic attitude. With camera person Shreya Roy Chaudhary, this is Kasturi Barua for News Today.
That's all we have for now. You can also follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/newstoday. Stay tuned to News Today. For more news and updates, log on to www.newstoday.in. Thank you and goodbye.